If you want a bold look for your upcoming holiday party, I think you've come to the right place because we're gonna be recreating this look that Patrick Ta did on Gigi Hadid. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, I have nowhere to go wearing this look, but I wanna do it. So I think we came pretty close, but let's see how we did it. I'm feeling a bit of nervous excitement about this look. I really want to get to the rhinestones. I already laid them out in the arrangement that I want to do, but I think we need to, start at the beginning. So looking at her base, it's this super soft, matte, satin skin, but there is a little bit of a glow. In the pictures, it looks super matte, but in the video of her when she goes like this, there's a bit of a glow from within that's happening. So I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Halo Glow underneath my foundation. And yes, I'm gonna be wearing foundation today. I'm very excited. I haven't broken out my NARS light reflecting foundation in a minute. So let's get started with some Halo Glow. I'm just gonna put it on the high points of my cheekbones and maybe a little on my chin for a little bit of a glow, but I don't want it to be all over my face because this does give a bit of coverage and we're going in with foundation later. That looks lovely already. My face is super moisturized, as are my lips, because I'm fearing what this matte red lip is going to do to me. I have a red gloss on standby, just in case things get a little crusty, so always good to have a backup plan. Okay, for foundation, I think I'm just going to apply a little bit on the back of my hand, and then dip into it with my sponge and dot that around, because I feel like when I just apply little globs on my face, then that area gets really concentrated. I don't know, I'll give this a go, pounce it. I feel like that is definitely even out my skin tone a bit, especially down here. I usually am just a little bit lighter and have this kind of built-in contour darkness right there. So I think that's looking good. I do need another little pump though. I don't know if my hand ate it up or the sponge. I don't know who the culprit is. Well moisturized skin is so key. It is looking so nice. Okay, I think that's all the foundation that I'm gonna do. I'll go back in with concealer on some little dark spots that I've got going on and maybe color correct around here a little bit. It's looking a tad bit gray. I'm gonna do some of the Kulfi concealer around my mouth and then the Tower 28 under my eyes. I'm so stoked to be doing this look. I had it saved on my Pinterest because I knew I wanted to do a holiday look video because I don't really have a party or anything to go to do a look this kind of fun. So getting to do it for this video is nice and I get to pretend. I think I might need some of the real color corrector here. And I usually wouldn't stress out about darkness around my mouth that much, but since I'm doing the red lip, I kind of just want to give it this perfect blank canvas to pop off of. Okay, I think it looks good. Oh, and that was the Clinque color corrector. I have the shade Apricot. I use it very sparingly because it is pretty pigmented, but it does a really good job when I'm doing more full coverage looks. And I'm just going to take the Kulfi concealer on those dark spots that I was mentioning around the rest of my face. I've been getting so many little freckles on my face and I don't know why. It's anytime I've had a pimple lately, instead of just turning into hyperpigmentation and going away, they turn into these little freckles that stay forever. And I've been being really diligent about my sunscreen when I go out, but maybe I need to get even better about wearing it inside. I have no idea. Doing the best I can. The one thing about when I do all this spot concealing at once is that inevitably there is a spot that I forget to blend and it's just a glob of concealer sitting there. So let's do a spot check. Okay, looking good. All right, now I'm using the Tower 28 under my eyes, and I use this as the only concealer under my eyes for the first time recently, and I thought it would be too bright and unnatural or too drying, and it was neither. So I'm excited to continue to use this more this month because it's in my December makeup rotation. I feel like it gives a really flawless brightened under eye, and Gigi's under eyes are looking super bright and awake, well rested, things I aim for. And I'm kind of just dragging it up into my inner corner. I'm not going to take it all over my eye, but just to kind of brighten that area as well. Oh my gosh, I never see myself with this kind of base, so I'm just who is that? But it looks nice. I'm excited to be doing a more full glam look like this. Okay, I'm gonna set my under eyes real quick before it has a chance to even think about creasing. And I'm using the LYS Banana Setting Powder in the shade Brilliance. Dust off the excess on my hand so it's not too crazy. And looks great. All right, let's do a little bit of bronzer. She has the slightest amount of bronzer going on. So I'm just gonna use this Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer in medium dark, which is basically like a slight tint on my skin tone. Also, I don't know if you can hear the rain that just started, but it has been raining and gloomy all day here in Chicago. And I don't know, it's making me feel very bleh. So I'm excited to be doing such a cute look. Hopefully it can kind of boost my mood. Because makeup does that for me a lot. I can be feeling just really meh and be like, this day is shot. And then I put on like a cute makeup look, even if it's just the most basic thing. And I immediately feel better and more just excited to do stuff. So this is without the bronzer and with. And I think between the bronzer and the Halo Glow, we're getting that kind of healthy sheen that she has going on. So I don't even think I'm gonna do like a real highlighter in this look. This is also in my December makeup rotation. I'm finding it really fun to see how many of those items I can fit into this look. I forgot to put on primer. No. Classic. So classic. Well, I guess it's a testament to just having moisturized skin. Maybe it's kind of acting like a nice little primer. Not gonna dwell on that much longer, but I was just thinking that if you ever want to try a look outside your comfort zone, but you don't know what to do, definitely check out Pinterest, because I'm trolling there all the time, just looking for makeup looks that I want to try and just adding them to a board. And then I made a sub board called This Month, and I'll just drag in looks that I want to try that month, so I'm not just scrolling all of my like 200 pins. Before we do the rest of the cheeks, I need to sort out my brows to keep going. I've just caught them in the viewfinder and I'm not pleased. I'm just going to do my usual duo of the Makeup by Mario Brow Gel and the Milani Weekend Brow Pen, but I'm just going to definitely brush them up even more to match Gigi's look. And then I'm just gonna press those down and fill them in slightly with the brow pen. My left brow is not really cooperating today, so I'm just gonna shape it with my pen. Much better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and powder my face now because I'm not gonna be using a cream blush, and I kind of wanna set down everything over here before I go in with the eyeshadow and the gem. So if anything goes sideways, you know, I can just like sweep stuff away and I'm not in trouble. So I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I have it in medium beige, and I remember really liking how this pairs with the NARS foundation, so I hope that holds true. I just put some in the cap, more than I wanted, but I'm just gonna dip into it with my powder brush. Okay, this all just still feels so weird. It feels very full coverage and different, but we're rolling with it. And now I'm gonna do blush because I feel like that will bring back some life to my face. I'm feeling a little like doll-like, mannequin-esque. So Gigi has these peachy beige cheeks, and it looks like that blush shade even goes up into her eye look. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And I'm gonna use this shade She's Blushing from Patrick Ta, just the powder shade today. I really like this powder blush brush from e.l.f. It's pretty much all I've been using to apply powdered blush. I feel like it just gets onto my cheek shape very easily. And her blush doesn't really come up onto the apples of her cheeks or under her eye, so I'm gonna keep it pulled pretty far back. Okay, let me check this reference photo. I haven't looked in a minute. Okay, all right, I'm liking that. Let's move on to the eyes. Finally, I'm so excited. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of primer just because I don't want to mess up the sticking of the rhinestone gems. Like, I want them to be able to actually adhere to my skin and not have that primer in the way. All right, let's zoom in for the eyes. Oh my God, while we're here, like, check out this skin. All right, for eyes, I'm gonna take the blush shade we just used, and I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and just kind of make sure that it's all connected with the blush. Because looking at our reference photo, She has the pink shimmer like from here to the middle of her eye, and then this part out is just more of a matte, like it looks like a brown peach. So I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner a little bit more with like a bronzer shade, but it's nothing super crazy. Now with a smaller blending brush, I'm gonna go into my bronzer. This is just from Fenty, and I'm just gonna focus it on my little fold here. Okay, I feel like that's matching pretty well. My goal really was just to ground the peach a little bit with my skin tone so that it feels more nude on the outside and then super pink on the inside. Speaking of which, for that peachy pink inner corner, I'm using this Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. It's a vibe. And this is a little bit more coral, so I'm gonna go on top of it with a lighter pink shimmer to kind of get the closest match to GG shade as I can. I'm just gonna use my finger for this, but I'm sure you could take like a flat shader brush and maybe wet it, but I don't want it to be too intense because this isn't the exact color. So I'm just gonna lightly pat it on with my finger. Head tilted back to catch any fallout. I'm going to take this pink shade from the Dior Universal palette and just lightly tap that on top to kind of cool off that peach. Okay, I feel like this is a lot closer to Gigi's color for sure. Nice. I could have just gone in with that first, but I still wanted that peachy essence there. I didn't want it to be totally like icy pink. And just cause, I'm going to take a little bit of Celestial from Bodyography for some extra shine just right on the inner part. Okay, I'm liking this so much. I'm so excited to now do the gems. So as I mentioned, I've already laid out the gems in the configuration of Gigi's eye look. So I'm just gonna start taking little dots on my eye and then placing the gem, and hopefully that works out. I know we have slightly different eye shapes, and I'm just gonna try and follow it the best that I can, and hopefully it turns out okay. So let's get started. Okay, the first one is on. Now just to do it like 50 more times. Okay, phew. I can't believe I completed that. That is exciting. I feel like her gemstones, they must be freaking minuscule because I feel like it looks so much bigger on my face and I used pretty small ones. So I don't know, a lesson learned for next time, I guess, but I'm still really happy with how it looks. I feel really cute. So I'm just gonna do the other side and then I'll be back to finish off the eyes and get into those lips. Okay, and I'm back. I've evened out the rhinestones on my eyes and I also added some mascara, and I tried to do a little bit of liner and I tried to do false lashes on the outer corner because Gigi definitely has those, but I'll spare you that footage. All right, so let's zoom out and finish up the lips. All right, let's finish up this look with the crispiest red lip I've ever seen. And since Gigi is a Maybelline ambassador, I was like, maybe she used a Maybelline shade in this look. So I got the shade Exhilarator in the Superstay Matte Ink line, and I'm terrified of what this is gonna do to my super dry lips, but I moisturized them the best that I could. I wiped off the wand a lot, and I think I'm just gonna go in with that to try and line my lips. Whoa, that was so easy just using this. It doesn't even look like it comes to that fine of a point, but it made a really crisp edge. All right, let's do the bottom one. I guess I could do that. Oh, not that much transferred. I don't think I've used a liquid lipstick since like 2018, so I looked up a YouTube tutorial for it, and I think the one I found was from like 7 years ago, but she was talking about just kind of like dragging it from the inside, from the inner corner of your lip out to get that flat line. So I'll put up the name of whoever did that tutorial because she really helped me out here. I feel like a completely different human. I don't know, I'm just mesmerized. I think I might clean up a little bit with concealer on the bottom, as that's what I see everyone do. I don't know, I haven't worn a red lipstick since probably like 2018. I had this shade Cabernet from GIGI Cosmetics, and I don't even think they make their liquid lipsticks anymore, but they had this lip cream and it was so comfortable. But they still make those glitter lip things. I don't know if y'all remember the shade Skinny Dip being everywhere. All right, I just put some on my hand and I'm just using a little lip pencil brush, or maybe I'll use a really flat brush. Yeah, I'm gonna use this like flat brush to kind of carve it out. Let's see. I don't like that. I'm not gonna do that actually. I feel unrecognizable. Who is this? Okay, I'm just gonna take these out. I'm thinking if I should put on the gloss. I don't know, I feel like this was gonna be a last resort if it looked horribly dry, but it really doesn't, which from everything I've heard about this Superstay matte ink, I thought that would be the case, so I'm really shocked. But I think I'm just gonna leave it matte. What? Who? Okay, I just did a bit of setting spray and this is the finished look. I am like stunned every time I look in the mirror. I'm seriously like, who is that? But it is so outside of my comfort zone, and that's exactly why I'm so glad I did this look. I do feel really party ready, and this was just really fun to try and figure out how to recreate this look and do something totally unlike what I do day to day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.